couple things I want to do today. First, I'm going to provide a little bit of information on some kind of hot topics. First and foremost, I'll talk a little bit about COVID. I'm going to talk a little bit about transition, the log cap contract. I'll talk a little bit about a few other topics, mostly command updates, and just some various things going on, and then we'll open it up to questions and answers, right? So always a topic of interest is COVID, right? So I just want to give you just an update on kind of where we are with COVID, just to assuage any rumors or just put some stuff to bed if you have any questions, kind of let you know where we are now and where we're going in the near term, okay? So with the RMI's reduction to 3 days in Hano, we knew this, the RMI knew this, it was going to increase the likelihood of getting border cases in quarantine, right? So this is to be expected. Right now, everything seems to be on track. We had seven original. Now we have 8. That's just the impact of inter-quarantine spread. Right? And now the current conversations are they're looking at going to 0 days quarantine in Hawaii anytime in the next couple weeks. Now, with 7 border cases here, I don't know how that's going to affect the decision making, but it is on the docket for consideration. So with that being said, there's a couple things happening. If we do go to 0 days in Hawaii, United Airlines has already stated they're probably going to open up to 3 flights a week. We're going to have to limit on which flights are going to be available to people coming to Kwaj. Now, RMI is also, they're rolling out a plan to Nidijela, which is their Congress, which is looking at a further plan to reduce quarantine in Kwajalein. Right? The initial plan is to reduce in 2-day increments. So we expect them to probably reduce, in the next month, maybe the next 6 weeks, quarantine in Kwajalein from 14 to 12 days. I wanted to talk a little bit about transition. As you know, transition's been going pretty steadily for the last 8 to 10 weeks since December and the PDSS and the initial planning. We're actually at the end, almost the end of transition. Right now, that's the official end of all functions transitioning from Amentum to Vectrus. I think it's this week or next week is the last? This week, right? Monday. So that's the last service set of PWS is transitioning from Amentum to Vectrus. The rest of the Amentum team will kind of wrap up shortly after that and get off island, and then Vectrus will have the reins completely. Full transition won't be complete till June. Most of that's paperwork, documentation, a lot of property kind of stuff. But for the services themselves, most of these will be transitioned by the end of this weekend. But for the most part, the transition has gone exceptionally well. I don't know if you're aware, but the Pacific region's got a lot of visibility recently. And so last year, there was a new initiative that kicked off called the Pacific Deterrence Initiative. It was a new program really focused on refocusing efforts across the DoD in the Pacific realm. And it's a cross-agency thing, DOS, DOI, Department of Defense, really looking at how we do business in the Pacific. Also, recently published is the Army Climate Strategy, right? So this administration and the Army is taking climate change seriously. And so they put out a new set of requirements that is going to significantly alter how Kwajalein does business over the next 20 years. So thank you. Have a great night.
CYS hosted a ribbon-cutting ceremony on Tuesday, April 26th, to officially open the new playgrounds. This has been a years-long collaboration with many people investing time and effort to ensure a fantastic place for the children of Kwajalein to play. Stephanie McCutcheon, CYS coordinator, hosted the event with Derek Miller, Director of Public Works, Lieutenant Colonel Jackson, and Command Sergeant Major Ortega. Come on by and see one of the improvement projects completed on Kwajalein this year.
raped as soon by the light of a tropical moon. I'm on a hill deep up here away. As you can, so do your dance while the melody's playing. Dance to the music's sweet. Soon you will repeat. Sophisticated hula is the talk of the town.
Hole vai mea ika ihe a kamakani hau mai na alea he ki pu'u hela au kala ihi ia na ke anu I o I kana he lea o mahi ki e ku a kula o e I kamalanai no luka maka o ka uhawai au ni au e hai ka puo ko a e hai ke anu kana he lea o vai ka
Nicely done, nicely done.
Our Hula Ohana loves you and we send you off with well wishes and hope that you continue to keep dancing forever. All right, boys, please close us out.